Right, hi there. My name's Jason Taylor from My Beauty Group. Now, just to let you know, this is a complete experiment. We're live, so I have no idea whether you can see me or whether it's working correctly, but we think it's a great experiment. So what you're going to learn is, you're going to learn about the Versaspa, what it does, what it can do for your salon, and you'll also, unfortunately for you, see me go for a tan. Now, if this is a success, we will get other models in rather than myself so that people can see someone who's slightly aesthetically pleasing. But we just want to show you how it works. So, what we're going to cover today, I'm going to go through the machine, tell you what it does. I'm then going to go for a tan, or prior to that I'm going to get a picture of myself and just show how white I am now and how brown I am tomorrow, and we'll post that on the website. So I'll go through the costs, I'll go through how you can finance them, I'll go through how you can maintain them, which is actually a very simple process, and I'll also go through things like how we support you, because we do open days. In fact, we're doing one this afternoon in Wilmslow, but I just want to go through everything. So let's start from the beginning. Thanks for watching if you are watching. This is the Versaspa. It's an automated spray tanning machine. What it does, it tans you, funnily enough. It also sends some moisturiser on your body as well, but we'll cover that in a minute. So what you do is, when you get in the booth, so say you get a booth, this is the process. You say, I'd like an automated spray tanning machine. We install it in your salon, we do an open day, we give you all the information about how to market it, how to get it out to your customers, and obviously the whole purpose is we make our money on the solution. So if you're successful, then we're successful. So it's a good win-win, we both have to win on that. So the Versaspa, it's automated. When your customer comes in, you've set at the reception, either probably with something like this, a T-Max timer, you've set the customer's requirements. So this machine will do a clear tan. Now I know that sounds like a contradiction in terms, but a clear tan is where you see no result immediately, but it all develops over 6 hours and then you get the result. The same with the bronzer. The bronzer is for what I call your impatient tanners, or people who don't trust the machine. And what happens is they come in, they get, well, basically it's like a cosmetic bronzer, so you can see where the tan has gone. So anyway, there's a whole range of choices, so I'll talk you through what happens. Customer selects their tan. They come into this booth, stand in front of the nozzles, feet just slightly behind the red line, and effectively what happens, these two nozzles slide down and they spray you once. There's voice guidance, there's also a heater on so it keeps you warm, then tells you to turn round. So this time you're like this, and it's going to spray on the back. Again, it will be telling you this. And by the way, outside here, this booth is all open because I know some people suffer from claustrophobia, so you can see everything. And from here, most salons would have a poster on the wall. So even if you think, oh, I've forgotten my position, you can look round there and you can see that poster on the wall. So this is the second position. It does the prep again, and then it tells you to, it dries you and it tells you to turn around and it will dry you on the front. Then comes your tan. Now there's 4 positions for this, same 2 and then 2 more. So you press the green button again, this time again facing the nozzles, arms nice and relaxed, not tight, otherwise obviously you want the tan to circulate round you. And when it's blowing past you, there's extraction at the back here, so that is extracting it down. It's washed down when you wash, when it washes away. It does a wash down, you see, at the end of every tan. So it now sprays you on the front. You then have to do this position. It's almost like a running position. I'm used to it now, but I'm sure your customers will get used to it once you educate them once. And remember, that poster's over there again. So second position, and then tell you to go on the third position, and all the while this slide is going up and down, and then the fourth position here, and then it will dry you, and it will tell you to turn around, it will dry you on the front, and then you're done. So it's quite straightforward really, and then you step out the unit and the unit will wash itself down. So some of the things that I need to tell you about really, the booth I did touch on it briefly, but it contains 3 different solutions. In fact, the Versa Pro contains 4 different solutions. And what we do is, these are sent to you in a box like this, and these slot into a drawer. I don't know if you can see it down here, but these slot into a drawer, and that is the solution that is fed to the machine. And with this machine you can have various different settings, so you can have what I call a very, very light tan or a biscuit tan, or you can have one extremely dark, which is quite popular in Scotland, which is you can almost look like you've been dipped in cuprinol. So there's some very, very different styles of thing. In terms of cost to the salon, the cost of the tan to the salon is anywhere between £1.50 to £3 if you're going on the lunatic levels, but on average about £2 per tan is the cost. So I'll tell you what I'll do now. I'm going to go for a tan. So I'm going to go outside, and obviously I'll take my clothes off, go for get a picture of myself as I am now, and then I'm going to come back in here. Now it's going to be quite noisy, so I won't really be able to say anything. I'll try and shout above it, but let me tell you that, and then as soon as I'm done, I'll finish off saying how we can cover things with how easy maintenance is, the finance on it. I mean, you can get one of these in your salon for under 500 quid, a brand new one, and obviously ongoing payments of about £250 a month, subject to status. But let me go and do that now. So, sorry about this. And the reason actually why I'm wearing this stuff is just to show you how easy it is that you can have a tan in your office clothes, particularly on the clear, and you can put your clothes straight back on, because you come out dry and you will you won't get anything coming off on your clothing. On average, most salons tend to use the bronzer initially, because the customers are very distrustful of automated spray tanning machines. They've all seen that Friends clip and they think, oh, I'm not going to get a good tan, it's going to be terrible. But as they realise, they see, oh, actually it's gone all over. And then we find as salons progress, 6 months in, 8 months in, they start using more clear than they do the bronzer. Right, so I'm just going to get my picture taken. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back again. So let's get the machine on. Now remember, with this thing you can either control it via T-Max at the reception. Some people like to do it in the room, and this is how we've got it set up at the moment in here, but you can switch it around. So I'm going to set up a multiple session on a clear, so that means that I'm going to have the first of all I'm going to have the prep, and then I'm going to have the actual tan itself, which I'm putting a clear on. So apologies, you won't be able to hear me now, but you'll see what happens. Okay, so you'll probably hear the voice guidance in a minute. So I'll press the green button.
Welcome to your Versaspa 2 Solution Multi-Session.
Remember, keep your arms
Please
nice and
stand in
relaxed.
position 1, facing the nozzle, and your 2-pass session will begin.
Nice to see you looking so portly. The heat is on, by the way, which keeps you a bit warm. Oh, hold on, we've lost power. Well, this is a great demonstration, isn't it? 1 second. I've lost the lights as well. Hold on. This is the beauty of live TV.
Ready. VV software.
Sorry about Robocop. Now it might go a bit dark. I think we should have checked the power before we did this.
Welcome to Versaspa.
Right, let's go into here. So I'm going to go in 1 second. Okay, let's try it again. Ready?
Welcome to your Versaspa 2 Solution multi-session. Please stand in position 1, facing the nozzle, and your 2-pass session will begin.
So I'm having my first pass with my
Face the
press.
back for position
So
2.
tell me to turn round.
Stay in this position
Now it's
for your
sliding.
first side pass. Face the nozzle for your second side pass.
Now I'm nearly ready for the next step, which is the actual pass.
Session 1 is now complete. When
Nice.
ready and in position 1 facing the nozzle, press the flashing green button to begin your 4-pass session.
So the green button's flashing again. Press that. And we're ready for the pass. So I don't know if you can see that going on. I'm getting the pass.
Stay twice to
Now
position
get ready
2.
for position 2. And actually, if you want to get more on your face, you can look like this one if you look into it.
Face left for position 3.
Position 3. Remember, don't put your hands outside of it. Nice near your face, near your backside.
Face the back for your final position.
Final one.
Stay in this position for your first side pass. Stay in this position for your second slide pass. Face the nozzle for your third slide pass.
Okay, getting towards the end now.
Stay in this position for your fourth slide pass.
That's more or less it done now. So
Your session is now complete.
it's now going
Please
to wash
carefully
down.
exit the Versaspa.
Now, some things that I forgot to mention, which is not the best really, but as you can see, I'm just putting my clothes straight back on, so I have nothing, no markings on them or anything because I've had a clear. But one thing I forgot to mention was the fact that you can, obviously if you're a lady, put on a shower cap. If you've got dyed hair, you don't want tan all over it. There's also sticky feet, so we always provide sticky feet, shower cap, and of course barrier cream, which is usually in a dispenser on the side of the machine. I personally do not use barrier cream because I just think you can, I'm not bothered about my toenails, and you can wipe the palms of your hand and then wipe round your cuticles and the tan, and just round the edge of your hands, and the tan ends up looking very natural anyway, which we'll show you. So Let me just put my trousers on. So going back to the unit then, you've seen what it can do. So it's quite a relatively straightforward process. One thing I would say is that with all salons we advise, when they put one of these units in, first of all, if you can do, it's best to put it in a good prominent position by the reception, because it's good that a person, if you've only got one person manning your salon, you know that they can see the unit if they need to explain it, plus they can see reception. What other good tips have we got for you? So the other thing is, when you first get someone in to the unit, spend a bit of time with them, give them a good education in it, because that will pay dividends. They will become your permanent customer. They will be back to you on a regular basis for your tans. So that's quite important as well. By the way, the reason why this hasn't washed down, it says wash down in progress, but we don't have the water turned on. If you could see behind here, we've got so many things hanging out of the power socket. I think we're drawing half of the Manchester grid over here. Right, so yeah, that's important, is making sure that you educate your customer. You'll guarantee that you'll get people back once you've told them what to do. If you just neglect them, I mean, whilst the machine's quite forgiving, if they get something wrong or they stick their hands out the booth, then it's, you might not get that customer back. And of course, the most important thing is customer retention. So basically, I just wanted to let you know a bit about us. My beauty group has been distributing units for a long time. I've been involved right back to 2002 with Magic Tan, which then became Versaspa, then they merged with Mystic, became Sunless Inc, or MT Industries, and then Sunless Inc. And obviously now, I consider us very knowledgeable about automated spray tanning machines. So anything you need to know, if you've got any questions, or even if you think you're buying a second-hand unit, it's nothing to do with us, give us a call. We can give you advice. I can tell you what's good, what's bad. So can the whole team here, so they can just let you know. But yeah, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. In terms of what we're doing here, I think this is actually going to become into a bit of a regular thing. So if you've actually got any models that want to get on here, or certainly have a go on the booth, I think every Thursday we're going to be doing this, and we would ask for maybe a donation to charity. We've not actually completely worked it out yet, but it's just a trial to show the equipment and see what you think about it. What else can I tell you about this machine? So the good thing about an automated spray tanning machine is it frees up your staff to get on with other things. They don't have to have manual, do a manual tan, which might take 5 or 10 minutes. The other thing is, some of your clients, and do a straw poll with your customers, you might find they're not happy stood in front of someone who's the width of a small stick insect, and they want to actually, they don't want to get all the clothes off in front of someone, so they might love this sort of idea. The other thing is, some people are worried about units saying, "Oh, I feel claustrophobic, I can't get out." Well, our units are completely open. I'm in it now and I'm talking to you, so it works. The other thing about this machine is it's your faithful partner in tanning. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's like this, but I have come across salons where someone has built up the spray tanning business to a certain level, so they're bringing in maybe 500, 600 quid a week, and then suddenly that person leaves, and whether they do it maliciously or whether the customers just trust that particular person, your revenue stream goes with that person. This thing is your faithful partner in tanning. It's not going anywhere. It never asks for a salary. I've never heard of one getting pregnant. So basically, it's a great piece of kit that will keep your customer base in your salon. Right, I think really I've said enough. I can cover things about finance, but if you want to know anything about finance, give the office a call, 0207 183 2917. Any questions on the chat? Sorry, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. We have a chat facility on the page, so feel free to type in whatever you need to know and we'll answer your questions anyway. If you're interested in being a model on here, we would love to hear from you. I think it's great to get people on and have a look at it and see how it works. I've actually quite enjoyed showing you the unit, and hopefully people are watching it, but we'll see anyway. So I think that covers a lot for now. If anyone has any questions, I'll just pop out and see if we've got any questions, and then I'll answer them. 1 second. Okay, we haven't had that many questions, but the most prominent ones are, where is my nearest Versaspa? Now, if you go onto the locations on the website, put your postcode in, and you'll find out where we are. Okay, so thanks for watching, if you are watching, and we'll let you know when we're doing our next one. Thank you.